ESPN College Football Prime Time presented by Russell Athletic. It is a gorgeous November fall evening at Doyd Perry Stadium in Bowling Green, Ohio. A Mid-American Conference matchup between the Northern Illinois Huskies and the Bowling Green Falcons. Northern Illinois, if they win out, they will play in the MAC championship game. They have the tiebreak after beating Toledo last week. And over on the east side of the MAC, Bowling Green is looking for conference win number 3 on the season. See the Bowling Green Falcons in their orange uniforms. The home team takes the field. Great to have you along with the first ever MAC Player of the Year, Ray Bentley. I am Mark Neely. Ray, what has made the MAC so wild, so unpredictable, and in the process so entertaining?
Yeah, the Mad Mac. You know, I think it's a combination of things. First of all, you have really good skill players in the Mid-American Conference, quarterbacks, receivers, running backs. And then I think there's parity across the board. And then maybe defenses are down a little bit. So those offensive players have been taking advantage of it.
Well, Northern Illinois' defense last week gave up 60 and won because quarterback Chandler Harness had 6 touchdown passes. But he doesn't only become a threat through the air. He really is a legitimate dual threat quarterback.
Yeah, he really is. Although I'll tell you, last week he played the best game of his career against Toledo. And he is a dual threat guy. And believe it or not, opponents want to force him to throw the football. Well, be careful what you ask for because he is extremely good throwing the ball, but an equal threat running the ball. But the thing that sets him apart is his ability to make decisions, make them fast, and make them right.
Well, for Bowling Green last week, running back Anton Samuel was out with concussive symptoms. He is back this week, and he really has been one of the top freshman running backs, not only in the MAC, but in the nation.
Yeah, you're right, in the entire country. He is a good one. As you said, Mark, missed last week. He is really valuable to this football team this week. I like the way he runs. He hits the hole perfectly. He can make you miss. He's a tough, hard-nosed type of runner. They're going to need him tonight in order to sustain drives and also keep the ball out of that potent Northern Illinois offense's hands.
Well, catch your breath now. Last week's Northern Illinois game averaged 2 points a minute. The starter's pistol, also known as the kickoff in the MAC, goes off next.
ESPN's College Football Primetime, brought to you by Chick-fil-A. We didn't invent the chicken, just the chicken sandwich. And AT&T. Get it faster with 4G. Rethink possible.
A skydiver brought in the game ball for tonight here at Doyd Perry Stadium. Northern Illinois and Bowling Green in this MAC matchup. Now, Northern Illinois head coach Dave Doran in his first season. His prior 5 seasons, he was at Wisconsin. The last 3 as the defensive coordinator under Brett Bielema. Also time at Kansas under Mark Mangino. And for Bowling Green, Dave Clawson in his 3rd season here at Bowling Green. 44-year-old native of New York.
A couple of good young coaches. You see the sign, Urban Meyer. Actually was a coach here for a little while at Bowling Green.
2001 and 2002, Urban Meyer was here. The home team wearing the orange uniforms tonight with the white and brown trim. Northern Illinois won the toss and will defer. So Bowling Green will get the football first. You saw Boo Boo Gates back to receive this from Tyler Weedle, freshman kicker for Northern Illinois.
I'm surprised Northern Illinois didn't want to receive after running the first 2 kickoffs back last week with Tommy Lee Lewis. But I guess they're going to save those fireworks for halftime, or for the second half.
Northern Illinois 6-3, 4-1 in conference. Bowling Green 4-5 in conference, or 4-5 overall, 2-3 in conference. And we're ready to go. From Bowling Green, Falcons and Huskies, great to have you along for another MAC battle tonight. Boo Boo Gates backs up a couple of yards into the end zone, and he is going to bring it out to the 10, battling at the 15-yard line, and up to the 16.
Dare I say that was a boo-boo. Probably should have left it in there.
Number 7, the starting quarterback for Bowling Green, Matt Schultz, who really has improved. We saw him here a year ago, about the same time of year. He had 8 touchdowns, 14 interceptions last year. He's really turned that around, Ray. 19 TDs, 10 picks.
Yeah, and the players around him are a little better, but he has improved dramatically, in particular with his comfort level in the pocket and his footwork.
Samuel in the back, and a throw on first down. Schultz goes across the middle, caught in stride. Kamar Jordan, and he's got a couple of steps and one man to beat. 20, 10, pulled down in the end zone, touchdown. 83-yard touchdown pass. We're off and running into Mac tonight.
How about that? Here we go again. Bowling Green, Matt Schultz, the quarterback, throws himself a strike right off the bat to his top receiver, and Kamar Jordan. Boy, once he got behind that defense, nobody was catching him.
8th touchdown catch of the season for 5th-year senior Kamar Jordan. Steve Stein with the extra point out of the hold of Alex Fair, and up and through. And 21 seconds into the game, 7-0 Bowling Green.
And you're going to see Schultz comfortable in the pocket, steps in, gets it over the hands of Pat Schiller, the linebacker, and Jordan just beat his man on an inside post route. That was Faustin, had the coverage, and you see it's almost like a little pick. You see him stutter a little bit there and then pick up the speed, and it's almost considered a double move. And when you can get that defensive back to stop and slow his feet, knowing that you're ready to hit the gas pedal, oh, that's a dangerous combination, and Kamar Jordan took full advantage of that one. 83 yards to the house.
Well, now Northern Illinois will get a chance, and Tommy Lee Lewis going back to receive. And what did he do last week? The first 2 kickoffs he returned. The first one, 100 yards. The second one went for 95.
Yeah, and these were blocked extremely well, which is somewhat of a surprise because Northern Illinois was near the bottom of the MAC in kickoff returns going into that game. But they captured some lightning there in a bottle. And as you said, Tommy Lee taking it back. 2 in a row. Tommy Lee Lewis last week. We'll see if he's got it this week.
Well, Lewis is going to come up and receive this at the 16-yard line. Tripped up, stumbles across the 30 to near the 32, 33-yard line. So Tommy Lee Lewis does not return the opening kickoff this week.
Newsflash.
There's number 12, Chandler Harnish. The senior quarterback for Northern Illinois, 6 touchdown throws last week. But he's also the leading rusher on this team, averaging 97 yards per game on the ground running.
The leading rushing quarterback in the entire country. And he'll do a lot of it on designed quarterback runs. He's also an effective scrambler.
Keeps it, fake the handoff to Hopkins, slings it out, and it's caught. Brought up across the 40 near the 45-yard line. Luke Ekis. And Harnish took some punishment on the first play.
And this is one thing you don't want if you're Northern Illinois. You don't want your quarterback getting beat up. And that's Dwayne Woods, who is going to be in charge of spying Chandler Harnish throughout the evening. And he's up 1-0 as far as getting hits on the quarterback.
After a gain of 13, first down. Harnish play fake again and has him wide open. Complete Willie Clark. He's headed to the end zone. And Northern Illinois responds in 2 plays and are an extra point away from tying this game.
Here we go. This is just a triple option in the new wave sense of the word, where the throwing is one of those options as opposed to handing off or pitching. And in this one, Harnish just gives a nice little zone read, run fake. It sucked the safeties from Bowling Green up. He dumps it or drops it over the top for an easy touchdown to Clark.
56-yard touchdown catch, second of the year for Clark. The extra point for Matthew Sims. We're exactly 1 minute into this football game. and it's 7-7. Chandler Harnish throws his 19th touchdown pass of the season to tie it up. Tied at 7, 1 minute into the game. Ray, I can't even count that high to think what kind of pace we're on at this moment, but nonetheless, Chandler Harnish needed 2 plays to get his team in the end zone, eating up 69 yards, and Bowling Green, the 83-yard touchdown catch, a run for Kamar Jordan.
One there and one there. You check off the first drives for each of these teams. I don't think you oversold the offense there at the top, Mark. I don't believe you did. You tried.
At least not through the first minute, anyway. Boo Boo Gates and Stephen Dunlap back deep for Bowling Green. And from the goal line, Boo Boo Gates once again. 20, spins to the 25, up near the 27-yard line. So Matt Schultz will bring his offense back out onto the field. The redshirt sophomore from Arcadia, California.
Well, this game has all the appearances of a shootout right now, but that's not the type of game that Dave Clawson and the Bowling Green Falcons want to get in with Northern Illinois. They want to control the clock as much as possible, sustain drives, keep the ball away from their opponent.
Schultz across the middle, and that's caught. Eugene Cooper up to the 47-yard line, a gain of 19. Let's take a look at the Bowling Green lineup. Running back, true freshman Anton Samuel, averaging 101 yards rushing per game, 3rd in the nation in rushing yards for a freshman. And on the O-line, 5th-year center Ben Boychek, a 4-year starter for the 5th-year senior. Schultz 2 for 2 for 102 yards so far. Hands it off, and the carry, Samuel and the pile pushing up near midfield. A gain of 4. The defense for Northern Illinois, defensive end Sean Progar is the lone returning starter, but it is a veteran line for the Huskies. Middle linebacker Pat Schiller leads the Huskies with 80 tackles. And in the secondary, cornerback, former walk-on Rashawn Melvin, their top cover corner. He has a couple interceptions on the year. 2nd down and 7. Fakes the handoff to Samuel. Swings it out to Kamar Jordan, who's tripped up just inside Northern Illinois territory by Rashawn Melvin. That picked up 4. It'll be 3rd down and 3.
Right on schedule for this offense. I expect to see some under center and some power running, multiple backs in the backfield out of Bowling Green at some point. However, tonight it's been all spread thus far.
In motion goes Adrian Hodges. Shields looking his way, throws the screen to Hodges underneath, but that's well read. And we'll see where they spot him. Deshaun Durant came up to make the tackle, but it is a 1st down after a gain of 5.
This Northern Illinois defense was shell-shocked last week by Toledo, giving up 60 points. And it doesn't look like they've gotten things figured out yet thus far here, if we can take these first 2 series into consideration.
1st down, Bowling Green from the 42 of Northern Illinois. The 2nd possession of the game for the Falcons. Samuel off left tackle. Inside the 40 to the 38-yard line. He gains 4. Pat Schiller, the middle linebacker, and cornerback Johnny Faustin with the tackle.
Just a simple inside zone play, and they just kind of turn Samuel loose and let him pick his spot.
The no-huddle offense quickly snaps. The catch made out of the backfield by Samuel, tripped up by Rashawn Melvin.
And this is something that Bowling Green loves to do, and that's just quickly throw the ball out to somebody in the flats. And now whether it's the running back coming out of the backfield or a receiver in a quick screen type situation, they love to attack the perimeter quickly.
Falcons converted on their first 3rd down. This is a 3rd and 5 from the Northern Illinois 37. Samuel moves to the right side of Schultz. Schultz, that ball was almost picked off. Sean Evans, the cornerback, had the coverage. Alan Baxter put pressure on Matt Schultz.
Yeah, it's really just a four-man rush, but you get a little bit of a stunt. Alan Baxter, who had the pressure. Normally a defensive lineman with his hand in the ground was up in a two-point stance, and he snuck around the edge and made a hit.
So they'll go for it on 4th and 5 from the Northern Illinois 37. Cooper in motion to the right side. Schultz looking right, throws towards the sideline and underthrows the intended receiver. Faustin had the coverage on Hodges. So we're going to see a punt, believe it or not, with 10:46 to go, but they'll turn it over on downs after the fail to convert on 4th down. Huskies ball when we come back.
ESPN's College Football Primetime is presented by Russell Athletic, who remind you that together we are. And in part by Lexus. It's time to engineer amazing.
10:46 to go in this first quarter. Tied at 7. Northern Illinois and Bowling Green. Northern Illinois takes over on downs at their own 37-yard line. Chandler Harnish needed 2 plays to find the end zone. First series for the Huskies. As Ashford comes in motion, a handoff. Jazz Hopkins tumbling forward near the 43-yard line. Tackled by Dwayne Woods, a gain of 6. Look at the Northern Illinois offense, and on the offensive line, center Scott Weddich, a first-team all-back player. And also Jazz Hopkins, who backed up Chad Spann last year, leads the Huskies with 12 TDs. There's Weddich in the middle, a senior from Elkhorn, Wisconsin. Second down at 4. Straight ahead, room. Hopkins tackled at the 48-yard line of Bowling Green. That picks up 8. It was Aaron Foster who was able to bring him down. Look at the Bowling Green defense. Defensive tackle Chris Jones, 91. Watch for him. He leads the MAC with 7 sacks. Middle linebacker Dwayne Woods. He is the Falcons' leading tackler. And a quarterback, Cam Truss, the best covered corner. Hit off his own man. Who are we going to give the tackle to? The fullback Cameron Bell knocked Hopkins down. No gain.
Yeah, that's one of those team tackles, if you will. But Bell's a big man.
6'2", 250.
You run into him and you're going to get thrown out of the saloon. And right there, that's exactly what happened to Jazz Hopkins.
So second down at 10. 3 receivers to the right for Harnish.
That's the word backside on that.
And he does indeed. Throws to the sideline at the 40. A 7-yard pass completion to Anthony Johnson. And the aforementioned Cameron Truss had the coverage.
Yeah, you see a lot of that in this offense. Matt Canada, the offensive coordinator for the Huskies, he'll set a lot of guys over to one side, and then that creates one-on-one matchups on the weak side, which they have right down here.
First third down opportunity for the Huskies. 3rd down and 3. Harnish looking right now, rolling right. Complete at the 28-yard line, and then immediately knocked down Deron Brown. But it's a first down for the Huskies. It picks up 13 yards.
This is an unbelievable job by Harnish, finding the white jersey amidst all the orange jerseys. I mean, it's amazing at the end of this. We'll well, you got 1, 2, 3 of them right here that are in this picture. But by the time the ball comes in there was 5 Bowling Green defenders around it, and they still completed it.
First down at the 27 of the Falcons. Under pressure, Harnish just slings it towards the sideline, but out of bounds. Charlie Walker, the defensive end, was the one putting the heat on him.
And nobody blocked Walker coming off the edge. So he was basically Chandler Harnish's man to take care of, and wasn't able to do so. At least not able to get an accurate pass out of there. Just got rid of the football.
Saw last week, 9 different receivers. So he distributes the ball to a variety of pass catchers.
Equal opportunity passer.
Daniels is split up wide to the left, but it's a run. Jamison Wells 16-yard gain. Down near the 10. Aaron Foster eventually caught up to him. Remember, 23 and 15, Rylan Ward.
Just a jet sweep. They bring Wells in off the bench to run that play and outflanked the Falcon defense. They did not adjust to that. You got to adjust to that when you got a guy flying from the edge. And jet sweep look.
Here's the 8th play of this drive. Ekus goes in motion. Harnish looked right now. He's going to run left. Keeps it inside the 5 and ankle tackled down at the 2-yard line.
This is one of those designed runs for Chandler Harnish, and he's going to get a couple of guys, actually 3 guys going into the hole. They pull the big guard, Joe Pollock, from around the other side. They lead both backs into there. So that's just power football with the quarterback carrying the ball.
They could actually get a first down without scoring, but it's 2nd and 2 from the 3. Ekus comes in motion again. Handoff. This is Hopkins, but he's wrapped up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain.
Jarris Campbell, the nose tackle, is the one who comes up with this play. He just defeats his blocker. He knocks Pollock back and then makes the hit in the backfield. That's just one guy making a play right there.
Number 90, Jarris Campbell. His dad, Paul, played college football at Ohio State under Woody Hayes. 6'5", 295-pounder Jarris Campbell out of Pickerington, Ohio. So it is a 3rd down and 2 from the 3. Under 7 minutes to go in this first quarter, tied at 7. Handoff. Now he kept it. And Harnish leaning forward after the play fake. Gets a yard. So they're at an interesting spot here, Ray. It's 4th down.
Yeah, and they're going to go for it, and they're going to hurry up and snap the football.
Well, Harnish under center is going to keep it again. He doesn't have to get in the end zone for a first down.
Wow,
but did he get there?
Did not look to me like he got it. Now there's a late flag that comes in.
Well,
after the pushing and shoving, never really quit. But I thought that was too far to sneak the ball. I mean, this was a good long yard that they had to make. To me, you're going to sneak it when you have less than a yard to go. All right, here it is at the end, and this might be what they call a late hit by Rylan Ward, just launching himself at Harnish's head.
High ball foul, personal foul, number 15 of the defense. Used the crown of his helmet on the quarterback. That's a half the distance to the goal. Automatic first down.
How costly is this penalty? Because I don't know if they could have turned it over on downs here. I don't think he had the first down, do you?
No, he did not have the first down. There's no question that I don't believe he made the first down. But that's a heck of a shot. I mean, you can't do that. Not in today's football.
So instead of turning it over on downs inside the 3-yard line, it's a 1st and goal from the 1. Hopkins trying to get in, is close. No signal. He did not get in.
You're looking at a pretty good defensive stand right now from the Bowling Green Falcons, and this has long been a problem with the spread offense. How do you pound it in when you get inside the 2-3-yard line? And one way to remedy that is to bring extra backs in, which they have right now, 2 backs in the backfield and another one at the wing.
2nd and goal from the 1. Harnish hands it off. Hopkins leaning forward, did not get it in. He was down before he lost the football. Paul Swan able to keep him out of the end zone.
That would have been a great opportunity for a play-action pass, and I just can't believe Northern Illinois will try to bang their head against the wall. Again, you see right there, he was obviously down before the ball came out. But Coach Clausen says, oh, it's our ball. No, not quite. But to me, this is the time to throw the football. Get Chandler Harnish on the edge with a run-pass option.
Timeout called by Northern Illinois head coach Dave Doran.
Northern Illinois, first charge, timeout.
A 3rd and 1 coming up. But you take into account the tries they had prior to the personal foul. It's been quite a stand here for the Falcons. Can they keep it up when we return? It is 3rd down, so ignore that marker. A 3rd and 1 coming up Northern Illinois' red zone offense, they've scored all 10 times in the red zone in their last 2 games. This is the 5th play, though, in a row inside the Bowling Green 5. Handoff and into the end zone. Jazz Hopkins for his 13th rushing touchdown of the season.
Touchdown.
They rolled in behind the right side of that offensive line. Got some pretty nice blocks there from Pollock and Otis, along with Ekus, the tight end.
Point after attempt for Matthew Sims, a sophomore out of Hannibal, Missouri.
That was a marathon drive compared to the first 2.
Point after makes it 14-7. Northern Illinois. Larea, personal foul penalty played a huge part in that drive to keep it alive for Northern Illinois. This was on 4th down. He had not made the 4th down. It looks like they were going to turn it over on downs, but the personal foul committed by Ward eventually allowed Hopkins to take it into the end zone for the go-ahead score. Five minutes to go in this first quarter. Northern Illinois leading Bowling Green 14-7. On a very seasonably warm evening here in Bowling Green, Ohio.
It was almost 70 degrees here today. Wish I'd have known. I'd have brought the golf clubs down here with me.
Still 65 degrees. And after 8:30 local time. Tyler Weedle to kick off for Northern Illinois. Boo Boo Gates back at his own goal line. This will be shorter, taken by Gates at the 6. Hits the 20, comes to the near side, 25, but a flag back at the 18-yard line. Gates fighting forward across the 30.
Gates receives the
But it looks
kickoff.
like this will come back with the flag back at the
During the return,
16.
illegal block in the back, number 42 of the receiving team. 10-yard penalty, spotted a foul, first down.
Chris Pullman called for the block in the back. Well, 4 of the top 7 teams playing on the ESPN networks this Saturday. Number 2 Oklahoma State against Texas Tech, noon on ABC. Western Kentucky against top-ranked LSU, 7 Eastern on ESPNU. Third-ranked Alabama against Mississippi State, 7:45 on ESPN. And 7th-ranked Oregon and 4th-ranked Stanford at 8 Eastern on ABC.
That's going to be a great ball game. The high-flying, fast-paced Oregon offense against Andrew Luck and Stanford Cardinal offense. Could be a high-scoring ball game. It might look like a MAC game.
Yes. They start at their own 8-yard line, and Schultz has it complete to Jordan. He staggers across the 20 to the 21, a gain of 12.
Good timing on this route, and the whole thing that set it up was the good play action. And now here's one of those bizarre formations that they run right down here. You've got a lot of
5 receivers
Falcons over there. Usually they do a quick screen out of this, but this tackle's eligible up top.
Samuel comes in motion into the backfield, leaving 4 receivers on that side, and Samuel takes the handoff off left tackle to the 26-yard line for 4 yards. Johnny Fausti came up to make the hit, along with Michael Santa Catarina. Santa Catarina getting the start at one of the linebacker spots tonight as Jamal Bass, the starter, suspended for 1 game due to an incident with a band member from Toledo before the game last week. Second down and 6 from the 26. 3 receivers to the right, this time with Samuel in the backfield. Fakes the handoff. Schultz out of the hands and incomplete. Eugene Binky Cooper had it for a moment, but Jordan Delegal gave him a little push right as the ball got there.
Good coverage down the field. It just forced Schultz to have to dump it down to his kind of check down receiver. In that case was Cooper. But you see a lot of bizarre formations from Warren Ruggiero, the offensive coordinator. He calls them trashy plays, trashy formations, and we'll see some more of that before the night's out.
Cooper comes in motion. 3rd down and 6. Bowling Green 1 of 2 on 3rd down so far tonight. Schultz under pressure. Dumps it off, but immediately dropped by Sean Evans with Samuel, who came out of the backfield.
The defensive line for Northern Illinois is confusing Bowling Green by not getting down into a 3-point stance. In this last play, they had one guy in a 3-point stance, and the rest of them were just milling around. And Progar was the guy who ended up with the pressure.
It's a short one that'll land at the 41-yard line. Take a Bowling Green bounce inside the 30. So that's where Northern Illinois will take over. A 14-7 Northern Illinois lead with under 3 minutes to go in this first quarter. We were off with a bang in this football game, Ray.
Those first 2 series, and we're like, oh my goodness, it's going to be one of those type of games. But I think each team has settled down a little bit now. And even though Northern Illinois scored on that last drive, it took up 13 plays. Defenses are settling in a little bit, and hopefully, for an old linebacker, I want to see some defense tonight. Maybe we'll get a shot at some of that.
Huskies begin at their own 28-yard line. Harnish coming to the near sideline where the catch is made, and turning upfield and all the way across midfield goes Anthony Johnson. 25-yard pickup. They can get him in chunks in a hurry.
And that's just another great timing route and an accurate throw from Chandler Harnish. I mean, he doesn't miss the mark very much at all.
On the option, the pitch goes to the back. Jazz Hopkins met at the 38-yard line. That goes for 8 yards. First drive of the game, 2 plays, they went 69 yards and scored. Now, they score on the second drive as well, but they really had some hard-fought yards inside the 5. Turned into a 13-play drive and helped by a personal foul penalty to keep the drive going. 2nd down and 2. Harnish immediately swings it out. That ball hung in the air a while, but Deron Brown advances up near the 20-yard line. 18-yard gain there. Boy, T.J. Lynch eventually bringing him down.
The problem with this for the Falcons defense is they're just too far off, and if they continue to play off like that, you're going to continue to see Northern Illinois go to those quick screen type throws and try to force that defense up.
Handoff. Hopkins breaks a couple of tackles and finally pushed down just outside the 10-yard line. A gain of 9. Aaron Foster, 23, making the tackle.
A lot of people love to talk about Chandler Harnish and his abilities, and rightly so, but this offensive line for Northern Illinois is outstanding. They've got 4 fifth-year seniors and then a 4th-year junior in his starting offensive line, and they're as good as it gets in the MAC.
Daniels is the back. He takes the handoff, running right, and with the stiff arm cannot turn the corner. Aaron Foster took that stiff arm but ushered him out of bounds. That's no gain.
This is, as I mentioned, Mark, a veteran offensive line. Look at that, 155 combined starts for this group, and they're to that, what I call the yeah stage, where a lot of times you have to make certain calls. These guys don't have to make the calls. All they do is look at each other and say, yeah.
3rd and 1, Harnish keeping, and he has the first down. Great play fake, but he kept it himself. DJ Lynch with the tackle, but a gain of 5, and it's a first down. Boy, this was really well executed by Harnish.
Well, the first thing he does is set up almost like it looks like he's going to throw. Then he sticks the ball out, rides it with his eyes on the edge of the defense, and it's a simple read, simple concept, really. If he feels he can beat the defense around the edge, he'll pull that football. If there's people waiting for him on the edge, he'll just hand it off.
1st and goal, Huskies from the 7. Handoff. Jazz Hopkins met a wall at the 5 before he's pushed back, and a little extra pushing and shoving there.
Yeah, Jazz Hopkins almost threw a jab there at the end at Aaron Foster. And sometimes you'll see that flag. I mean, that was as close to a punch as you'll get.
Clock winding down. Final seconds of this first quarter, and Northern Illinois decides they'll take it to the other end. The numbers for Harnish in this first quarter, very impressive. 132 passing yards for Harnish, and the second quarter coming up. Into the second quarter here at Bowling Green. Northern Illinois leading the Falcons 14-7. 339 combined total yards in that first quarter. 198 of those from Northern Illinois. And they have it second and goal from the 4 of Bowling Green. Harnish to the back corner of the end zone. A flag comes out. Marks the intended receiver. But Javon Laycock, we have picked up the flag. Our referee tonight, Dennis Lipsky.
It really wasn't a catchable ball.
Pass interference, offense, number 89. 15-yard penalty, repeat, second down.
Well, the tight end, Jack Marks, called for offensive pass interference. Let's take another peek.
Well, here's big number 89 right there. And you see him engage the defender. I don't know. Really? That's offensive pass interference? I don't know. I guess it is if that's what they called it. Looked innocent to me.
Harnish gets it back inside the 10 after the penalty.
Yeah, he's so good just when he decides to run the football. He hits the hole, and he has a knack for finding where to run. And then he's powerful, too. I mean, he's the size of a fullback at 6'2", 221. He's not an easy guy to bring down.
Well, that gained 12, so it's third and goal from the 6. 4 receivers stacked up there on the right side.
That's the guy they're looking for, then.
That's Clark. You just saw the circle. And looking his way. Clark goes up, incomplete. Daryl Hunter with the coverage there for Bowling Green. Well, you were right on it, partner.
Well, that's what they try to do. Single somebody up, get the matchup that you want, and then toss it up there and let your guy who you think is better in that one-on-one situation make the play. And that time, Daryl Hunter, the true freshman corner, he was up to the task, and he took that one away from Chandler Harnish.
Matthew Sims for the field goal attempt at 23 yards out of the hold of Ryan Neer. Straight through for Sims, and it makes it a 17-7 game.
So they're at more than a point a minute right now.
Got it going.
Yeah.
Well, as part of our celebration of Veterans Day, join ESPN starting tomorrow for America's Heroes, a salute to our veterans. All week long, we'll feature sports-related stories and special events throughout our programming lineup, focusing on our troops and veterans. And you can support our troops and wounded warriors, home or away, and their families by going to giveuso.org, or you can donate $10 by texting USO to 50555. And coming up this Friday, Michigan State, North Carolina, just off the coast of San Diego. Friday at 7 Eastern, and on the Carl Vinson aircraft carrier. The court went down today. That's an actual shot from earlier today, right? A couple of them.
Man, would I love to be at that thing. And I'm wondering, because I believe they're out to sea, right? Or are they not?
No, it's off the coast.
Yeah, so it could be a little treacherous as far as the footing, don't you think?
You mean the boat or the carrier rocking back and forth?
That boat's rocking. I don't want to be on it. I don't like to go out there on the high seas. I get seasick in a second.
Almost a minute gone here in this second quarter. Tyler Weedle, who's a freshman from McFarland, Wisconsin. Boo Boo Gates comes up to his own 20 to receive that short kickoff. Angles left, turns upfield, 30, 35, pulled down at the 40-yard line by Deron Brown, the wide receiver playing special teams. Well, Thursday night, first place in the ACC Coastal Division is on the line as Logan Thomas and the Virginia Tech Hokies visit Tevin Washington and the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. College football primetime served by Applebee's on ESPN and ESPN3, and also streaming live on WatchESPN.com and the Watch ESPN app. Thursday night, college football lives here. Incomplete from Schultz. Second down.
They tried to set up a screen, but Northern Illinois saw it coming and just totally took it away. That was a great job of recognizing the thing. I don't know if he meant to or not, but Ron Newcomb grabbed a hold of the back and wouldn't let him loose.
Jordan goes in motion. Two receivers now on that right side. The handoff, Samuel up to the 48. Let's get an update from the studio.
All right, thanks, Mark. Western Michigan and Toledo, as you can see it on ESPNU. Terrence Owens will dump pass to Adonis Thomas and Rumble, young man Rumble. He'll go 40 yards. Toledo trailed 14-0. This made it 14-all, and they just scored on a fumble recovery. They're now up 21-14. Back to Mark and Ray.
And thanks very much.
Sounds like a typical MAC game going on over there, too.
We know what that's all about. Eugene Cooper in motion. Schultz swings it out. Samuel out of the backfield. Gets to midfield and to the 49 of Northern Illinois. He gains 4. Johnny Faustin came up to wrap him up.
And he picks up the first down, which is very important for this Bowling Green offense to sustain a drive here. And that's really a great play at the end by Samuel, knowing where the yard to make was, and then extending and dragging that defender, Faustin, to the yard to make and beyond.
So Samuel lining up wide left. The tight end, Bear, goes in motion to the right. First down from the 49 of the Huskies. Nice catch on the move, Jordan, but tackled at the 41-yard line. He picks up 8. Again, Johnny Faustin there on the hip.
It's interesting how Schultz handles the ball. It's almost like he takes too much time as he gets his hands on the ball how he wants after he takes that shotgun snap. It's very deliberate.
Now they look to the sideline. Quick shovel. Running left to the 35-yard line. Inside the 35 to the 32. Samuel tackled by Deshaun Durant. There's Durant, who's a redshirt freshman out of Charlotte Vance High School in North Carolina. First down run. They're up to the 33-yard line of Northern Illinois.
They're getting the ball in Samuel's hands on this drive, whether it be by throwing it to him or handing it to him. He's the horse.
True freshman Anton Samuel. Fake the pass. Give it to Samuel. Met at the 33-yard line. Gains only about a yard. Michael Santa Catarina, one of the first to come up to make contact.
And Jefferson with the stop for Northern Illinois.
Good job by the linebackers on that play of keeping everything in front of them and recognizing that it was a draw.
Here comes the blitz off the edge. Schultz throws it towards the sideline. Incomplete for Hodges.
Pass intended for number 9.
Jordan Delegal Came flying off the edge, and then the ball Jefferson put some pressure on.
Yeah, you see him time the blitz perfectly from the top end, and Roussos, the right tackle, had no chance really of being able to block Delagal. And initially, a nice job of avoiding by Schultz, but then he kind of panicked a little bit.
Falcons 2 of 4 on third down. This is a 3rd and long. At the 32-yard line. Again, the blitz picked up. Caught by Cooper. Going to be well shy of the first down, 4 or 5 yards shy. Picked up 5 yards, but it will be 4th down. And are they in that gray area right here, Ray, where they go for it again, or they?
I think you go for it again, because field goals are not going to help you in a game like this, the way Northern Illinois has been going for it, and besides the way they've been scoring. And Bowling Green hasn't made a field goal over 40 yards all year. 0 for 2 between the 2 kickers that they've used. So they're not a good long field goal team anyway.
Yeah, Steven Stein and Kyle Burkhardt each have a long of 39 yards this year, the 2 field goal kickers. Hodges goes in motion. This is 4th down and 5 from the 28 of Northern Illinois. The blitz on Schultz going towards the end zone for Jordan. A lot of contact and incomplete. They started jockeying around the 10-yard line, and Rashawn Melvin was step for step with Kamar Jordan, and Bowling Green turns it over on downs. So 10-13 to go till halftime. A 10-point lead for the Huskies. Back here, Bowling Green, 10-13 to go. Northern Illinois leading Bowling Green 17-7, and Huskies take over on downs. Bowling Green now 0 for 2 on 4th down so far tonight.
And I didn't like that last play call either. Just too high risk.
Wide open across the middle at the 40-yard line. Perez Ashford. He picks up 12 yards. Aaron Foster wrapped him up.
Wrapped up by number 23, Aaron Foster.
The Bowling Green defense needs a stop just to build their confidence at the very least. 3 possessions now for Northern Illinois, and each of them they've scored on.
First catch of the night for Ashford in his 31st of the season. Nathan Palmer, who leads the team in catches, coming in with 31, yet to have a pass catch tonight. And off, Hopkins running left. On his back was Jerry Boo Boo Gates. Gain of 4 or 5 yards. You look at the Huskies, 9+ games this season. They're scoring a couple of points about every 3 minutes. That's pretty remarkable.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's reminiscent of arena football. That was a point-a-minute sport back in the day when our spotter Mike Black used to play and I used to coach.
That was a lot shorter field, and Harnish keeping about 1.5 yards shy of the first down near midfield. He gains 4. Well, the last time these two schools basketball teams met, it was a 74-54 game. See if we compete with those totals tonight here on the football side.
I'm betting that the Huskies are going to get pretty close to that 54.
Pass complete at the 48-yard line. Daryl Hunter immediately ramped up Johnson. The pass came to the near side.
And Hunter had a great break on the ball, but the Bowling Green corners right now are playing way too far off for my taste. Because they're not going to, even if they make great breaks, they're not going to get there to make a play on the ball. And I mean, look at all this space up here and even down here, where any kind of quick screen or quick hitch, any underneath route, you're basically giving to them.
Harnish fakes the handoff to Jamal Wobble and is going deep. Brown incomplete at the 5-yard line. Deron Brown, the intended receiver, into the coverage from Cameron Truss.
Chris Jones had good pressure on Harnish, and I think at the end of that play, you need a little bit more out of your receiver. Deron Brown got some alligator arms, and here's Chris Jones putting a big hit on Harnish, and they need more of that. 3rd time tonight Harnish has been hit.
2nd down and 10 at the Bowling Green 47. Daniels comes in motion in the backfield. They swing the pass out. It's caught and advanced up near the 45-yard line by Nathan Palmer, who picks up his first catch of the game and number 32 on the season. Stop for Boo Boo Gates, a gain of 3.
This was really a real nice job of coming up and playing that by Boo Boo Gates, who got the name Boo Boo from his aunt, who didn't like the first name Jerry, his given name. So she said, "I'm going to call you Boo Boo." And it stuck.
Thought maybe she didn't like the name Boo Boo and was going to call him Jerry. But
all the way around.
Interesting guy. Complete. Palmer, back-to-back catches for Palmer, but he's 3 yards shy of the first down. Ted Ouellette, number 93, made the tackle, but now he's on his back holding his left knee.
Yeah, delayed reaction from Ouellette after the play. It's kind of weird because he got up and then quickly grabbed his left leg.
A 4th and 4, and we'll step aside with 7:40 left till halftime.
ESPN's College Football Primetime, brought to you by Taco Bell, think outside the bun, and Sears.
Set to the Huskies, 18 by Embiid.
Well, Ted Ouellette did get up under his own power and walked off to the Bowling Green bench. A 4th and 4 for Northern Illinois from the 41 of Bowling Green. Thought they may go for this, Ray, but it looks like they will punt as Ryan Neer has come out.
Great time for a fake. Got Bowling Green up there.
You're able to get rid of it. Gates lets it bounce around the 15-yard line. It takes a Huskies roll inside the 10. And they'll down it there. Celebrating its 7th year sponsoring the Good Hands Field Goal Nets, Allstate makes contributions to participating universities' general scholarship funds for each field goal and extra point kicked. To date, Allstate has contributed more than $2.5 million in scholarship monies.
That was a great stand by the Bowling Green defense.
They needed that.
Can build some confidence because they had not really even stopped or slowed down the Huskies up to that point. To force a punt, that's a good sign.
Their offense, though, starts at their own 8-yard line. Trailing by 10 and 7:21 to go till halftime. Samuel is the back. Schiltz, near side pass a little high and incomplete at the 15-yard line. Kamar Jordan, the intended receiver. Jordan had the 83-yard touchdown reception to begin the scoring tonight inside the first 20 seconds of this game. But since then, 17 unanswered points from Northern Illinois. Schiltz brought down at the 1, very close to being a safety, but Ron Newcomb now has 3 sacks on the season. That's a loss of 7.
Newcomb just hits a spin move and gets home. Watch him right here. He'll spin right back into your picture. That's just a really nice pass move. Pass rush move. He beat Chip Robinson just one-on-one with the guard.
So what do you call 3rd and 17 from your own 1?
Quick kick. No, I don't believe in that.
Handoff, getting out of his own end zone. Samuel up near the 5. So that's going to give the Bowling Green punter, who's a very good one, Brian Schmiedebusch, a little more room to punt it out of there. Here's an opportunity for a guy, Schmiedebusch, who's averaging 47 yards per punt this year. His long is 81 yards. This guy can really boom him.
Yeah, he needs an 81-yarder right now to change field position because the offense, a 3 and out under those circumstances, is not what they wanted to see.
Tommy Davis back at his own 43 for Northern Illinois. Schmiedebusch standing right near the back of the end zone. He booms one. Wow. All the way back to the 26. It'll take a Bowling Green roll and be down at the 21. And that brings these fans to their feet.
That was an awesome bomb.
Schmiedebusch. 73-yard punt, no return. Well, redshirt sophomore Brian Schmiedebusch, officially a 73-yard punt. But from where he booted this thing went 80 yards in the air.
Yeah, this is an amazing. I mean, look at this. We ran out of room, and we're pretty wide here with this deal. That thing went amazingly. What'd you say, 80 yards in the air?
He goes from about 7 yards deep in the end zone. And watch where it lands. It lands about the 27.
Right, yeah.
That's 80 yards in the air.
That's pretty good.
But officially a 73-yard punt. So Northern Illinois begins at their own 22-yard line. And Harnish to run. 25, 30, more green, 40, peels towards the sideline, down at the 45. We got a tremendous block from the back. Akeem Daniels to gain a 23.
And that's where Harnish will get you on these kind of runs. That's a designed run, a quarterback draw, and they caught the Bowling Green line stunning away from where he ran, and then he got the downfield block from his back Daniels.
First down Huskies from their own 45. Harnish keeps it, slings it out left side off the hands of Perez Ashford, and incomplete. Well, Saturday, a full day of great college football games kick off at noon Eastern on ABC and ESPN2. On ABC, you'll see either Oklahoma State and Texas Tech, or Ray and I will be in Cincinnati as West Virginia takes on the Bearcats. And ESPN2 has a Big Ten battle between Michigan State and Iowa.
Go down there and see what Butch Jones is doing with that Cincinnati ball club.
They're the surprise of the Big East.
Won what, 6 in a row now, undefeated in the Big East.
That one dropped by Brown. Well, Ashford dropped one on the previous play, and this time it's Brown with the drop, and it's 3rd and 10.
Don't see that very often, back-to-back drops, and that's another thing that helps Dave Doran's football team and Chandler Harnish's excellent group of receivers. A really good group. A lot of different guys can make plays for him. Nathan Palmer had 3 touchdowns last week. We've seen Willie Clark do his thing already today. Ashford, Brown, Johnson, Moore. I mean, they've got a bunch of guys that can do things with the ball once they get it.
3rd and 10. Harnish under pressure, slings it off to the far side and incomplete. Well, the rush was on, and Chris Jones, as well as Gabe Martin, brought the pressure on Harnish, who just had to get rid of that thing quickly.
And Gabe Martin just basically comes off the edge. He's the second man in, and nobody picked him up. I mean, if you're rushing the quarterback, that's a dream come true when nobody blocks you. But Harnish saw it and was able to get rid of the ball in time.
So Northern Illinois to punt. Ryan Neer, who may have a little punt envy after the boot from Schmiedebusch, calling for the fair catch. Gates at the 23. 4:53 remaining till halftime. Huskies 17, Falcons 7. Even though it's November, a pleasant night here in Bowling Green, Ohio, where the Falcons, the host team, trailing Northern Illinois 17-7, 4:53 left till halftime. Jamel Martin in the backfield this time as the Falcons begin at their own 22. Schultz slings it, dropped at the 33-yard line, out of the hands of Binky Cooper. Well, here's a look at the possessions tonight for the Falcons. Most recent to the first, where they scored on just one play, went 83 yards. Since then, turned it over on downs twice and punted twice, right?
Yeah, they're not going in the direction they want to. And, you know, it's been one little breakdown here, there, and not enough consistent play across the board right now. I don't think it's anything Northern Illinois is doing.
Shields passes behind Kamar Jordan, who initially made a double move there, cut towards the sideline and then back to the middle, but the pass was well behind him. Ron Newcomb and Frank Boenzi were pressuring the quarterback Schultz.
And Schultz sometimes will revert back to some of the things he was doing last year, and that's having happy feet and not being comfortable in the pocket, and he did on that last play.
Schultz played a lot of last year injured, had a shoulder injury as well. This is 3rd and 10 and incomplete right near the marker at the 32-yard line. Again, Schultz winds up on his back due to Sean Progard. And another 3 and out, or a 3 and out this time for Bowling Green.
And Northern Illinois is getting pressure on Schultz without having to bring extra guys. Their front four is doing a nice job of rushing the quarterback so far tonight, and they're doing it with their defensive linemen standing up. Got another chance for a bomb.
Yeah, Schmiedebusch, who had a 73-yard punt last time. This was received by Ashford at the 29, and he's wrapped up. No return.
Brought down on the play by number 11,
Javon Laycock with the tackle on special teams.
So nothing special on that punt.
49 yards.
Okay. Ho-hum.
Yeah, all right.
Well, once you see something go 80 yards in the air, I mean, that was mind-blowing. You just don't see people kick a football like that very often.
Had an 81-yarder early in the season against Idaho. Huskies start at their own 30. Harnish incomplete at the 38, intended for Willie Clark. Let's check in with the studio once again, and here's Adnan Verk.
All right, guys, coming up in the Dell halftime report, Trevor Mattis will join me and discuss the latest on what's going on with Penn State and the scandal. We'll hear from Joe Paterno as well as his son, and also a statement from the mothers of one of the alleged victims in this case against Jerry Sandusky. All that more coming up on the Dell halftime report. Let's go back to you guys.
Automatic first down.
And thank you. We did get a penalty on that last play, a flag, and the pass interference going against Bowling Green.
Really late flag coming in, and it was by the side judge who he saw the arm of the defender wrapped around the receiver, and that's why he threw it.
So on first down, Hopkins out of bounds up near midfield. He picks up 6 yards. Aaron Foster ushered him out. Well, spotted at the 44-yard line.
6 on play, 2nd down.
You got some interesting ways to call plays over there.
Harnish steps up to run. He has the first down and is brought down at the 48-yard line of Bowling Green by middle linebacker Dwayne Woods. That's
So we got
Ace
some
Ventura, right?
Jim Carrey right there. Yeah, now they're rolling over to the most interesting man in the world.
Can.
And all those mean something. And that's just a memorization deal. The players look over there. So we've got the most interesting man in the world. Let's see how interesting that play is.
It's a handoff to Jazz Hopkins.
A mundane sweep to the left. They can do better than that with that guy, right?
And they lost a yard or two.
Let's see who we're looking for next. This guy's got a tough job. He's got to rifle through that and find out.
Ooh, Cleveland Indians.
With a lamb. I believe the lamb is the formation. And then the Indians logo would be the play call. And I'm guessing.
2nd down and 11. On the jet sweep, Jamison Wells. That play worked a little better the first time they ran it tonight. Cameron Truss ran it, though, and it does pick up 5. This is kind of fun now. Huh?
Yeah. Let's see what kind of visual aids they got going here.
The Three Amigos.
The Three Amigos. Us with an us formation.
That's a 3rd and 7 call.
What the Amigos come up with. This all started with Chip Kelly out at Oregon, holding up the different signs.
4 of 8 on 3rd down. Harnish stepping up, running for it. It has the first down and more. Cuts inside 30, 25 towards the 20, inside the 10, and steps out at the 8-yard line. Well, the Three Amigos turned into a solo shot there for Harnish. It's 1st and goal, a gain of 37.
He's just so good, and once he decides to take off, there is no hesitation. He puts the ball down. Watch him make this guy miss right there. That was the key cut. He's one of those guys who runs ahead. His vision is down the field, and it reminds me of when I used to try to tackle Barry Sanders. Not that I'm comparing Harnish to Sanders, but once he stopped looking at you, you knew you were in trouble.
Well, I think the Three Amigos was a pass play, but he just improvised. This a design run, and he gets it inside the 5, down near the 2-yard line.
He's over 100 yards here in the first half. I mean, he ran for 163 yards in the third quarter alone in their victory over Western Michigan earlier this year, when he ran for over a couple of hundred. And here the Rhino, that's got to be big personnel, right?
He would only make sense.
Get the Rhino guys in there.
They do have Luke Ekus, who's 6'4", 250.
They got Adam Keel.
Bell's out there. He's 252. I think we've diagnosed the Rhino package. Offset eye. Hakeem Daniels. The handoff, fighting forward, lunges. Looks like he got in and does. Touchdown.
And that drive was all Chandler Harnish, making something out of nothing. I mean, he's back there. They went with the Three Amigos play. They sent a couple of guys deep. It was man-to-man coverage. And when he tucked it away and took off running, it was something to behold at that point. Here's the Rhino play. A little cutback. Nice vision by Daniels. Looked like he got it into the end zone there.
Third rushing touchdown of the season for Daniels. And Matthew Sims for the point after. (24-7) Northern Illinois, 1:21 to go till halftime. Let's check in with the studio once again, though. Here's Adnan Vert.
All right, thanks very much. Western Michigan and Toledo, which you can see on ESPNU. Alex Carter making things happen. Josh Schaefer, 64 yards. He'll go for the touchdown. 3 TD passes for Carter, 28-21, and 5.5 to go in this one. Back to Mark and Red.
And thanks very much. 24-7 Huskies. Well, hey, before we get to halftime, our entire crew would like to send our good karma to a member of our crew, Brian Sachs, who is back in St. Pete Beach, Florida, with his wife, who is recuperating from surgery. Brian was really looking forward to this trip. He is an alumni of Bowling Green. He was a part of the 1996-1997 men's basketball team, and we all wish the best to Brian and Steph. And hope Steph is back 100% very soon.
I don't know that Brian Sachs was as big a part of that basketball team as he led some to believe.
Really?
Well, that's from what I understand. But we certainly wish him and his wife Stephanie the best.
You have some evidence of that?
Well, we're going to show that after this kick, and we'll let you be the judge.
A short kick taken at the 19-yard line. Gates to the 38. Just a minute 15 to go, though, till halftime. Well, here's the 96-97 Bowling Green team. There's Brian.
Boy, does he look young. Oh, wait a minute. Team manager. I thought he was the leading scorer and rebounder from that team. Apparently, somebody got us some bad information. We love you, Saxy.
Get well soon, Steph. Let's see what Matt Schiltz and Bowling Green can do with 75 seconds left till halftime. Bowling Green scored inside the first 20 seconds of this game and has not scored since. Screen out to the 44-yard line. Back Samuel with the catch. Progar with the tackle, but a flag has come out.
Screen pass, always a good way to start a 2-minute drill drive. Especially if you don't have the best field position.
Flag on the play.
See if it stands.
Holding, number 19, offense. 10-yard penalty. Spot of the foul. We'll repeat. First down.
Got the wide receiver, Kamar Jordan, for the hold. So the spot foul marked off, and the ball is placed at the 35-yard line. Schiltz across the middle, wide open. getting near the first down and has the first down up near midfield. Samuel again out of the backfield.
That's good for a Falcon.
And they sent everybody deep. I mean, it was 4 verticals, and so that cleared out the defense pretty good. Just dump it off to Samuel and let him get some yards.
Schiltz fires towards the sideline, complete at the 35, and then immediately bumped down Sean Joplin. Tommy Davis put the hit on, a gain of 17. They move the chains, and the clock stops with 42 seconds left.
Very nice throw by Schiltz on this one.
They do have 3 timeouts remaining, have not used any. So they can go to the middle of the field, try to do so here, but incomplete at the 21-yard line, intended for Ray Hudson.
Bowling Green did a nice job of picking up the blitz on this particular play, but boy, Progar was the spy, and he was sitting back waiting for Schiltz to do something, and he cleaned Schiltz's clock at the end of that play.
Second down and 10 at the 35 of Northern Illinois. All 3 timeouts still for Schiltz, looking right. And that ball almost intercepted. Demetrius Stone, the free safety, was really the only one in the vicinity, but Sean Progar put the heat on Schiltz, and he did not make a very good throw.
Boy, but I'll tell you, it looked to me like Joplin was being held right there big time. They miscommunicated on the route, but I don't know how the officials missed that one. That was pretty blatant.
Third down and 10. Schiltz flushed out right, hit as he throws, and incomplete. Demetrius Stone, who almost had the interception on the last play, rushing the quarterback there and caused that throw by Schiltz to go right into the ground.
Stone just came up from his safety spot and is late getting there on the blitz, but because Schiltz had to hold it for so long, he ended up getting home.
So 25 seconds left, 24 seconds. It's a 4th and 10, and Bowling Green will go for it.
0 for 2 so far on 4th downs.
Schiltz. Jordan, first down inside the 15. Now they can use a timeout if they so wish. The clock stops to move the chains.
It's senseless not to use the timeout, and they finally did. Real
19
nice,
seconds remaining.
Excuse me, Mark. Real nice job of Schiltz stepping up in the pocket here. First, he used his eyes to pull the safety away from that spot. The throw was a little bit behind his receiver, Jordan, but stepping up late in the pocket bought him enough time to get that one off. And they're working the middle of the field against this Husky defense, and this is where they've really struggled in the past. But Matt Schiltz has been under duress and has been hit multiple times so far tonight. I mean, he's almost looking to go down after he lets go of a pass, and that last one, pretty nice job by Stone of bringing it. But they're in great position right now to maybe get themselves back in this thing. And here's the pressure you see coming from this Northern Illinois defense. And a lot of that is just 4-man rush. It's not a few of them have come off with a blitz, but for the most part, it's been that defensive line.
First down from the 13, 19 seconds left, 2 timeouts remaining for Bowling Green. Going for Jordan, caught at the 1 and gets into the end zone. Touchdown Falcons. Well, he goes right back to Kamar Jordan. Second touchdown of the game for Jordan, a 13-yard reception, and it's 24-13.
Same exact play. He beat Sean Evans this time. He did a nice job of stemming his route. And the stem part of the route is the early part before you make a break. And he really set up Evans for that cut to get himself open with the stem of the route.
Point after for Steve Stein out of the hold of Alex Baer. Yeah, that may have been tipped, but it got through. Bowling Green needed that score with just 13 seconds left till halftime.
Well, you can see this time Schultz is looking at his guy the whole way. And he got that ball up in the air a little bit, but Jordan at 6'1" with long arms was able to go up and get it. And you see him cross the face of Evans. He set Evans up early in that route by working the stem and making it appear that he was going to break outside. And then he just cut across the face. The timing was there. Good throw. Nice little 2-minute drive, 2-minute drill for the Falcons.
And they converted a 4th and 10 on that drive to keep it alive. Well, let's see how Northern Illinois is building a program. Brought to you by Craftsman. DeKalb, Illinois, home for Northern Illinois University, the Huskies, and their projected indoor practice facility.
Yeah, Dave Dorn told us that they anticipate breaking ground as soon as the snow comes off the ground this coming spring. And it's really something that they need. They don't have a place to practice indoor. This past spring ball was really bad weather for them, and they felt like they didn't get the things done that they really wanted to. But with that new facility, they'll be able to get it all done.
Ball bouncing around at the 25-yard line. Jumped on by Northern Illinois with just 10 seconds remaining. Best MAC records over the last 10 years since 2001. Northern Illinois and Bowling Green have two of the top 3 records in the MAC in that time span. Northern Illinois the best record. What a game they had with Toledo last week.
That one was 63-60 final in that ball game. That one was worth staying up late for. And here they're just going to take a knee.
Well, Harnish, pretty big first half, 260 total yards. Harnish had 156 passing yards and 104 rushing yards. Our score at the half, Northern Illinois 24 and Bowling Green 14. Now let's go to the studio for the Dell halftime report. Here's Ed Danvert and Trevor Badich. Welcome back to ESPN College Football, presented by Russell Athletic, as we prepare to start the second half. 24-14 Northern Illinois leading Bowling Green in this MAC matchup. Bowling Green in the orange uniforms kicking off to begin this third quarter. And Tommy Lee Lewis is back deep, number 80. He's the guy who returned the first 2 kickoffs last week against Toledo for touchdown. He takes it from the 11-yard line. Lewis tripped up to the 35-yard line, which is where NIU will begin their first possession of the second half. Great to have you with us tonight. Mark Neely with Ray Bentley. 60 seconds into this game, it was 7-7. The last 29 minutes of the first half, the defenses at least seemed to catch their breath, stabilize, and bring some sanity back.
Yeah, we did see a little bit better play out of the defenses. What I thought was really important was that Bowling Green touchdown near the end of the half, because now 24-14, we have a ball game. But if they can't figure out a way to stop Chandler Harnish in the running part of his ball game, it's not going to matter, because this kid is unbelievable.
Harnish throwing on first down and a completion to Deron Brown all the way up near midfield. And on the first play from the NIU offense in the second half, it goes for 17 yards. Picking up right where he left off in the first half. Harnish on the design run. Harnish again. The flag comes out. He's to the 43-yard line.
Holding, number 72, offense. 10-yard penalty. Repeat, first down.
Hold on the right guard, Joe Pavlock. Well, you're seeing double for a reason. That's not a mistake. The Northern Illinois leaders in passing and rushing, the same guy. Harnish, of course, passing-wise, no surprise, but he has 104 rushing yards.
I thought they looked similar, but another amazing performance. And like I said, Mark, unless they can figure out a way to stop him from running the football, I don't know know that they have a chance of slowing this offense down.
Pump fake. He's going deep, and he's going to overthrow the intended receiver. The defender had fallen down, Cameron Truss, but Deron Brown well shy of getting to that football, and it's 2nd down and 20.
Harnish upset with himself on that one, knowing he missed an opportunity for a quick 6.
Empty backfield with 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. And he quickly swings it out. This is Nathan Palmer. Turns the corner to midfield, pushed out, but another flag has come out back at the 42-yard line of NIU.
Harnish did an interesting thing there. He gave a little bit of a run fake before he threw that quick screen out there. He's trying to hold the linebackers.
Number 7, offense. 10-yard penalty. Repeat. 2nd down.
Well, the hold this time is on wide receiver Perez Ashford. And right now, NIU going backwards. There it is, Perez, right number there. 7.
I don't know. The hands were inside. Usually you can get away with it. But if that guy's trying to turn away from you and he can't turn his shoulders, there's a reason for that. It's called holding.
So back-to-back penalties and 4 now in the game against Northern Illinois. Harnish, 35, up into there. At the 37, fell on top of Cameron Truss initially. He does gain 5 yards. And the reason why Northern Illinois has a 10-point lead at this point, their numbers compared to what Bowling Green did in the first half. 146 more rushing yards for NIU than Bowling Green. Converted 3 more 3rd down conversions, averaging about 3.5 yards per carry more, and on the time of possession by over 4 minutes. Swung out, brought down. Palmer makes one man miss, but is eventually wrestled down to the 45-yard line by Jude Ija Barima.
Got him in position where they could think about going for it, but they're not. They're going to bring the punt team out.
That did gain 18 yards, but it will be 4th down and 7. Boy, one defender just came up with air there when Palmer scooted past. But the Huskies to punt, and Ryan Neer. Fair catch called for by Gates at the 12. Saturday, a full day of great college football games kicks off at noon Eastern on ABC and ESPN2. On ABC, you'll see either Oklahoma State and Texas Tech or West Virginia at Cincinnati. And ESPN2 has a Big Ten battle between Michigan State and Iowa.
Spartans in control of the Big Ten Leaders Division. Really benefited, Legends Division, really benefited from the Northwestern upset in Nebraska this past weekend.
Completion at the 17-yard line to Kamar Jordan.
I'm still trying to get my Legends and my Leaders
I'm right there with you.
together here, but you see Michigan State in control of their own destiny right now. They finish up the big one at Iowa this week, and then they finish at Northwestern and Indiana left on their schedule.
2nd down and 4 from the 18 as they look to the sideline. Play clock still at 11. Samuel comes to the left side and takes the handoff from Schultz. Turns the right corner. 30, 35. Spins around and down at the 44-yard line. Michael Santa Catarina made the tackle, but Ben Boychek, the center, great block right near the line of scrimmage to free him.
And this is something that I've seen a lot of people doing, and that is they shifted this running back over at the very end. And the reason you do that, you see how the defense is set up, and then you shift him, and then you run back where he was, and you've already got yourself an advantage, and you do it so quickly that the defense doesn't have time to adjust.
Well, after a pickup of 25, right back to Samuel, and another first down run. He's inside Northern Illinois territory. That goes for 15 yards.
And here's what I'm talking about. You see how the back, Samuel, is to the right of the quarterback. See how he shifts back to the left side? It actually forces the defense to adjust. You saw linebackers moving over to the other side. A lot of teams will determine their shade by the linebackers based on where that back is. And it's a great move to move him late, get the defense moved, and then run back to where he was, creating better angles.
Schultz just overthrows the intended receiver. He winds up on his back.
That's Tyler Beck coming out of the backfield.
And Progar put pressure on, but the big tight end needed another step and a half to catch up to this one.
There's the pressure at the end, and Schultz has been getting hit all night long, and you see the big guy Beck not able to really extend far enough to get to that pass. But that's a tough thing, covering a fullback out of the backfield. Even if it's a tight end, somebody running out of the backfield.
Handoff Samuel. He eludes Progar, but is only able to get to the 45 and loses 4 yards. Well, 95 Progar had the first crack at him, but the help came along, and it's still a loss of 4, and it's 3rd and 14.
Well, I'd be looking for number 19, Kamar Jordan, running one of those middle routes again. And we saw that be successful a couple of times right before half.
There's Jordan in motion. Need to get to the 31-yard line for a first down. Pump fake. Schultz rolls right, throws, and it's complete. But at the 41-yard line, which was the original line of scrimmage, Samuel out of the backfield made the catch, but they'll be 10 yards shy of the first down.
They'll likely bring out the punting unit, but too bad you can't get points for punting at 80 yards, because if they could, Bowling Green would be in good shape.
Brian Schmiedebusch, a 73-yard punt earlier in this game that actually went 80 yards in the air. And a timeout.
Bowling Green.
And just a delay, actually, to give Schmiedebusch 5 more yards. Why not, huh?
Some people think this would be a good time for a fake, but I just don't think. 4th and 15 to go, and Northern Illinois is in a safe. See, they've got linebackers set here. They're just waiting for a fake. Not going to happen.
Especially after they just took a 5-yard delay game. They get 4th and 15. That ball bounced at the 5. Takes a Northern Illinois bounce, but is still going to be out near the 10-yard line. Well, Schmiedebusch, just a 31-yard punt, but he pins him fairly deep. Nine minutes to go in this third quarter. 24-14 Northern Illinois on top of Bowling Green. Each team has punted in their only possession of the second half. Possession number 2 for Northern Illinois begins at their own 10-yard line. Harnish is going to run it himself, makes a cutback and a spin up near the 17-yard line. Well, he was looking towards Ashford, who was near the sideline on the near side, and just kept it himself and runs for 7 yards.
Yeah, that play didn't look like a lot, but all of a sudden it's only 2nd and 3 because Harnish was able to pick up 7 on a play that, you know, in most situations it wouldn't be that successful.
Chaz Hopkins is the back. 3 receivers to the left looking in that direction. The pass is completed to Ashford this time. He's knocked down just shy of the 20-yard line, very close to the first down. Daryl Hunter, number 25, stopped him, and I think they're going to be short. No, with that spot, he's going to have it.
They're moving them chains. But I've been impressed with Daryl Hunter. the true freshman corner. He's been flying around making plays tonight.
Out of West Palm Beach, Florida, Daryl Hunter. Play fake. Harnish keeping himself upended at the 28-29 yard line by Boo Boo Gates. Gain of 7.
And they wanted to go deep again, but Hunter had thrown a blanket over the receiver running down his sidelines, Nathan Palmer. But here's Harnish tonight. 7 called running plays and 54 yards, but the scrambles, 4 of them for 62. That's when he just takes it on his own and makes something out of nothing.
Slug out left side. Low pass is completed. Anthony Johnson racing up near midfield. Let's see where they mark him out. Right at midfield.
I don't know if this pass hit the ground or not. That might be something worth taking a look at. Right
that
there.
bounced.
Yeah, I got to think they're going to take a look at that thing.
Oh, that's incomplete.
Yeah, that's a one hopper.
Well, it was a gain at 21. Let's see if they're going to. Yep, there's the whistle. So they're going to take a look at this and go to the replay booth for the first time tonight.
Yeah, Harold Dinas is our replay official. The communicator working with him, Jim Thomas. Between the two of them, nearly 40 years of experience on the field as MAC officials.
Ruling on the field is it was a catch. The play is under further review.
So again, the ruling is a catch. Is there enough to overturn this? It certainly looks like there is. Well, you heard of where the rubber meets the road. In this instance, it's where the rubber meets the pigskin. Here's that last play that's being reviewed, and watch.
Right there, you see the little rubber pellets kick you up off the ground?
Which are ground up tires that are inside the field turf.
Little rooster
After
tail.
further review, the ball did hit the turf. Therefore, it's an incomplete pass. It'll be 3rd down at the 29-yard line. Clock operator, please reset the game clock to 7-2-4.
So they'll add 7 seconds to the clock. It'll be a 3rd and 2 at the NIU 29-yard line.
That was one of the few times tonight where Chandler Harnish did not throw a good ball. And it was all about the footwork. And usually his footwork is outstanding.
So it's 7:24 to go in this 3rd quarter. 10-point lead for the Huskies. And they'll get 3rd and 2 from their own 29 after the replay reversal. Daniels the back. Looking his way, jumping, that pass tipped and incomplete.
Pass is tipped at the line of scrimmage.
Keith Morgan, number 32, got a paw on that, and it's 4th down.
Yeah, Morgan came around on a stunt. Here he is, free, and did a nice job of elevating and getting in that throwing lane.
Ryan near to punt. Back at his own 35 is Boo Boo Gates. Gates comes up to the 39 and a fair catch. Good starting field position for Bowling Green. Well, these teams played back in 2003 here in Bowling Green. They handed Northern Illinois their first loss of the season. NIU was one of only 4 undefeated teams in the nation. These were both ranked teams. In fact, game day was here that week. It was such a big game between Northern Illinois and Bowling Green. Falcons won at 34-18. 23rd ranked team beat the 12th ranked team.
The heyday of the MAC. I don't think that's quite happened yet. It's still building.
A lot of fun every week.
Yeah, that was certainly a heady times for the Mid-American Conference. 2 ranked teams. Game day showing up. Good stuff.
Anton Samuel tackled by Frank Boenzi, a pickup of 8.
We're going to 8 on the play. 2nd down.
Game days in Palo Alto this week at Stanford. You a little surprised that Stanford is still behind Alabama in the BCS standings?
I actually was quite surprised and mildly upset, actually.
Handoff, Samuel. First down. Flag though, back at the 42-yard line.
It's more than likely going to be a holding call. Bring this thing back.
Holding, number 73, offense. 10-yard penalty will repeat. Second down.
Right tackle Jordan Russos called for that. Here's our Discover BCS standings through week 10. LSU, Oklahoma State, no surprise, but Stanford 4. Think they should be at the 3 spot?
Definitely. Definitely. In fact, I think Alabama should be down somewhere around 6, 7.
So you think Boise's
somewhere around those one where they should be the top one-loss team is what they should be, in my opinion.
And push all the undefeateds ahead of them?
Absolutely.
So second down at 12, straight ahead. And the pile so at the 35-yard line. They may have lost a yard or two there.
Because there's enough games, big games coming up, that this thing will sort itself out. In fact, you see some of the toughest tests left.
Bedlam December 3rd is going to be a huge one.
And LSU taking on Arkansas is going to be an interesting ball game.
And one this week, a couple this week.
Yeah, that Stanford-Oregon contest. That'll answer some questions.
Boise State and TCU get to go at it.
First time ever as
conference
Mountain West Conference members.
Schultz being chased, fires it incomplete. It was Alan Baxter, the one chasing him towards the sideline, and it's 4th down.
And again, just a 4-man rush, getting after Matt Schultz.
Schmiedebusch set to punt for the Falcons.
That's tough when you can get a pass rush with just 4 guys. Obviously, that leaves 7 in coverage. That just makes it twice as difficult on a quarterback.
Brian Schmiedebusch on to punt. And his long has been 73 yards tonight. He booms one.
Got a rocket for a leg.
Back to the 9-yard line. Davis to the 20. It's fun to watch that kid punt.
Yeah.
You don't say that all the time, do you?
No, I'm usually not excited about punts, but this guy gets me excited.
Schmiedebusch with a 54-yard.
Chandler Harnish will bring the NIU offense back onto the field when we come back to Bowling Green.
ESPN's College Football Primetime, brought to you by McDonald's, I'm loving it, and Verizon, the official wireless service provider of the NFL.
Well, remember in the first half we were paying attention to the signs coming in. The 3 amigos, the Cleveland Indians, the most interesting man in the world.
Stay thirsty, my friends.
Well, let's see how thirsty the NIU offense is. They begin at their own 21. They're up by 10. Fake the fly sweep, the jet sweep to Ashford, and a throw. Caught in stride at the 42. Akeem Daniels racing for the end zone, and Daniels in for the touchdown. That thirst quenched for 79 yards. It's 30-14.
That was a big long gulp. A little wheel route for Daniels coming out of the backfield, and he just did Aaron Foster. And who can blame him? I mean, that's a nice fake and a great scheme there by Matt Canada, the offensive coordinator for the Huskies. Had that one drawn up to a tee. Perfectly thrown ball, well executed.
Second touchdown pass of the night for Harnish. So he has tied, as you just saw, George Bork for the career touchdown passing mark. George Bork, who played with Northern Illinois back 1960 through 1963.
Still a prominent figure around the campus at NIU.
He's been a supporter of Chandler Harnish. Dave Doran happy to see his offense score quickly. Let's check in with the studio once again. Here's Adnan Burke.
All right, thanks, Mark. Once again, the scoring continues in the game, which you can see on ESPNU, Western Michigan and Toledo. Third to play in the third quarter. Alex Carter with his 4th touchdown pass of the game. Robert Arnheim, the recipient. Toledo driving right now, though. Let's switch it back to Mark and Ray.
And then, thank you. We have 5:02 left in this third quarter, and it was interesting off air. We looked at each other and said, haven't had any scoring yet in the second half, and all of a sudden, boom.
It didn't take them long. Lightning strike quick. Touchdown from Chandler Harnish. This is a really well-designed play. The wheel route's tough to cover anywhere, and you get the jet sweep fake, and then the back coming out of the backfield, and obviously the coverage man Foster bit up on the run fake. By the time he got turned around, it was too late as Akeem Daniels blew past him, and then the perfect throw. And that's what is the key to those type plays. It all looks good when you draw it up, but you have to execute it. And that was supremely executed by Chandler Harnish.
Second touchdown of the night for Daniels, who had a 2-yard touchdown run in the second quarter. He adds the 79-yard touchdown catch. Kickoff from Weedle. Gates at the 13. Coming to the near side, cuts upfield, 30, flag out to the 40, pushes the defender down, but out at the 43, but there's a flag back at the 33. Flags have become more frequent.
Yeah, I saw a clip there by Ackenberger, number 34.
Holding on the return team. 10-yard penalty, spotted a foul. First down.
Well, 4 of the top 7 teams playing on the ESPN networks this Saturday. Second-ranked Oklahoma State against Texas Tech, noon on ABC. Western Kentucky faces top-ranked LSU, 7 Eastern on ESPNU. And then third-ranked Alabama and Mississippi State. That's at 7:45 on ESPN. And 7th-ranked Oregon, 4th-ranked Stanford, 8 o'clock Eastern on ABC. And the penalty will mark it at the 23-yard line for Bowling Green. Schultz from under center. Quick pass, Jordan. Immediately wrapped up at the 25-yard line. Picks up just 3 before middle linebacker Pat Schiller dropped him.
You'll see him go up under center sometimes on these 3-step drop routes. It just times out better than it does when they're in the shotgun or the pistol formation.
Jordan lines up wide right. Out of the eye with Jamel Martin in the back. Tight end Bear in motion. And off Martin. Brought down by Santa Catarina. Well, Martin got most of the carries last week when Samuel was out with concussive symptoms.
Santa Catarina with the stop.
He comes out now, and Samuel coming into the game with a 3rd and 5 call coming up.
And Samuel's only going to get better as his career goes on. He's going to fill out, right now only 183 pounds. When he gets in the weight room for a few years, he's going to end up being one of the premier running backs in the Mid-American Conference if he can stay healthy.
Cooper goes in motion. Schultz looking his way, but now has to spin away from the pressure. Steps up, throws to the sideline, complete at the 32. Forward progress still is not going to be enough for the first down for the tight end, Alex Baer.
Number 2, Alex Baer. Wrapped up by number
Gains only 3 yards.
Schultz does an amazing job of making a couple of guys miss and then keep his composure in the pocket. Just unfortunate they come up a yard short, but that was a great play by Matt Schultz.
Brings out Brian Schmiedebusch again, by the way, whose last punt went for 55 yards. He's a 73-yarder as well tonight.
Herman Munster boots he's got on, too.
2 returners back. And it's going to bounce out near the 30. So for Schmiedebusch, you're looking at the big cleats. That's just a 36-yard punt that time, though, for Schmiedebusch.
.36-yard punt. Goes out of bounds.
Northern Illinois will take possession with a 31-14 lead and under 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. They've scored quickly a couple of times, including that last drive, the 79-yard touchdown catch for Akeem Daniels, and then their first possession of the game took only 2 plays before the Willie Clark 56-yard touchdown catch.
Yeah, I get the feeling they could do that at will almost anytime they want. They're kind of just holding back a little bit. You get that sense?
I absolutely do. Rolling right, Harnish caught at the 42 by Ashford, who's knocked out of bounds there.
That's complete to number 7, whereas Ashford with the tackle number 15.
Flag has come out once again back at the 28-yard line.
Flag on the play.
Officials having a little conference, and apparently it's going against Bowling Green if you want to look at the reaction from the coaches anyway. As Dave
Ball
Dorn
did cross the line of scrimmage. Ineligible receiver downfield. Number 65, offense.
Boy, that pictures can be deceiving because it sure looked like Dave Dorn was relaxed and Dave Clausen was getting upset. Well, let's see if we can see the lineman that ended up downfield. There you go. Big number 68 right up there. Sorry about the moving picture, but
Keith Otis.
My man Otis was definitely down the field.
Second down and 15, number 27. And the jet sweep, Perez Ashford to the 32, back near that original line of scrimmage. Dwayne Woods, number 5, right there again for Bowling Green. That guy's all over the football field.
Yeah, he is. And it was his job tonight to spy Chandler Harnish and try and take him away. And that's a tall order for anybody.
Well, we saw Lamb 3 amigos in the first half. We saw that, and it looked like it was a passing play, but Harnish wound up running it. Let's see what happens here with 2 receivers left and 2 right. Harnish fires deep and almost intercepted. Brown was his intended receiver at the 45, but he overshot him, and Aaron Foster, number 23, nearly had the pick.
Should have had the pick. This one goes right through his hands right there. You got to make that play. I mean, that's huge in a ball game where you're trailing significantly. You cannot afford to miss any opportunities like that.
Yeah, Harnish has only been picked off 4 times this season with 20 touchdown passes. That was an opportunity there for the Falcons defense. Harnish, a design run, eludes a couple of tacklers all the way up to the 45-yard line. There was 3 or 4 orange shirts that had a chance at him there, Ray. That just shows the elusiveness of Chandler Harnish.
Yeah, well, here's what you're going to have. You got 2 linemen are down here to rush, and then you're going to have this guy is going to be the spy. And watch what happens when Harnish takes off. Here comes the spy. And the spy swings and misses. And that was Keith Morgan, who was assigned to Harnish, and everything was set right for him. But Harnish is just too elusive.
So he ran for 11 on 3rd and 9, giving them a first down. And on this first down run for Akeem Daniels, a pickup of 4. Ted Ouellette with the tackle. Ouellette back in. We saw him in the first half leave the game after what looked like something with the left knee. But back in there. Daniels, though, does check out. Keeping it once again across midfield near the 40-yard line. First down. Harnish racking up the passing and running yardage. He's now over 1,000 rushing yards on the season. That leads all FBS quarterbacks.
That's amazing, and he still has a couple more, 3 more ball games after this one. Well, 2 more regular season.
And maybe the MAC championship.
And then a bowl game after that. So, I mean, he could really pad those numbers as this season plays out.
Jazz Hopkins falls forward across the 40 to the 39-yard line. Speaking of that schedule, Ray, next week, Ball State on ESPNU, 8 o'clock Eastern time, Eastern Michigan. Also a game on ESPNU on the 25th, and then maybe a date on December 2nd in the Marathon MAC Championship. We're going to head to the fourth quarter, 31-14. Well, the Falcon on the short end of the 31-14 score as we begin the fourth quarter. And Northern Illinois with a 2nd down and 7 at the 40-yard line of Bowling Green. Harnish. The catch. Anthony Johnson marching down the field inside the 30 to the 27, a gain of 13. Hunter with the tackle.
Excuse me, Martin. That's exactly what you do as a quarterback. You have a blitz coming at you. You throw right behind it, because obviously the defensive secondary is going to be a little weaker there because they're losing a guy. So Harnish recognizes that immediately and makes the completion, moves the chains. He does everything well.
Ekus, Daniels, and Hopkins in the backfield. Harnish with the pitch. And Hopkins inside the 20.
We had a chance to talk to Chandler Harnish a little bit.
Interesting guy, intelligent guy. Already has his bachelor's degree. Going for his MBA.
Right, and in business, and he says he wants to be a CEO someday. So that, that thing is a resume builder, is what he described it as, the MBA.
He's the CEO of this offense, without question. Keeps it himself again.
I asked him about if there was anyone that was real inspiring to him or kept him in line growing up or anything. And he said his dad, Ron, who has coached him in just about any sport you can think of throughout. He said his dad, Ron, is an inspiration to him as he takes his quarterback sneak and gets the first down. He said his dad's integrity and just the way he handles his business is something that he aspires to. And his dad also threw discus in college. Is that what you do to a discus? You throw it?
Yeah, you throw the discus.
Okay,
yeah.
well, he threw it. And so Chandler learned that from his father as well. He was really good at it in high school himself. But I love that when I hear from kids that their parents are the ones that they look up to and who are inspiring to them.
Tackled at the 10-yard line, Willie Clark by Rylan Ward. And we asked Chandler, he grew up in Indiana. Who'd you grow up liking on the football field? And he quickly said, hey, Peyton Manning, even going back really to Jim Harbaugh.
Harbaugh prior to that, big Colts fan. Not going through the best of times right now in that regard. Interestingly, he got beat out for the quarterback job at the beginning of the season last year by DeMarcus Grady. He was injured and didn't go through spring, and Grady did.
Spin at the 5. Hopkins stopped there. Now, Harnish had been hurt, but then the injury healed, and he became the starting quarterback again.
A weird thing where they just didn't know what he was going to be able to come back. He went on a vacation to Mexico, came back, and he was healthy. I don't know what's something in the water down there. Usually it does the opposite to you. But he was not the starting quarterback at the beginning of the year last year. DeMarcus Grady was, and Grady didn't have a great performance early in the season, and Harnish got back in there, and once he got back in there, it's been his job ever since.
Another game of 500+ total yards, and he's headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Harnish. His 9th rushing touchdown of the season. The fullback Luke Eeks with a block to get him into the end zone. 5-yard touchdown run.
Made it look easy. Wow, that's amazing. 17 carries, 151 yards in this ball game.
Number 99, Matthew Sims, to attempt the point after.
A 6 TD pass game last week against Toledo. 2 TD passes this week, and now a touchdown run. Sims point after. (38-14). 22nd career rushing touchdown for the redshirt senior Chandler Harnish. Still over 12 minutes to go here at Bowling Green. Chandler Harnish, another big night. It's 38-14. Northern Illinois leading Bowling Green in this MAC matchup. I'll tell you who's feeling pretty good right now tonight, besides Chandler Harnish, is the Northern Illinois defensive coordinator, Jay Neiman, whose defense is having a better night tonight than the 60 they gave up last week, even though they beat Toledo.
Yeah, he said it was just one of those nights, and they were just happy they won. Should you give up 60 and win? I'd be happy.
Gates from the 4 is able to make it to the 20. Let's check in with the studio once again. Here's Adnan Verk.
All right, Mark. Holy Toledo. Terrence Owens going deep to Kenny Stafford. How deep, you ask? 75 yards. Toledo would punch it in 2 plays later, up 42-35. They put up 60 last week. Of course, you can see this game on ESPNU. Back to Mark and Ray.
Adnan, thanks. Of course, we're just down the road from Toledo. In fact, Northern Illinois is staying in the same hotel this week that they stayed in last week when they played in Toledo. And Jay Neiman, the defensive coordinator, seeing his defense play much better this week. The back, Samuel, to the 32-yard line. Meehan with the tackle. It's a gain of 12 yards.
And this defense for Northern Illinois has been suspect throughout this course of this season. 4 different occasions they've given up more than 40 points.
Schultz intended at midfield for Jordan, but there were a couple of white shirts in the area reaching for that, including Rashawn Melvin, number 11. Also, Jimmy Ward, the free safety, was there, number 15.
And Melvin, boy, that thing just went through his fingers, it looked like, and he sloughed off. Now, that doesn't sound like a good thing to do, but it is when you're a corner playing cover 2 there, and you don't have any immediate threat in the flat, so you just back off and try to steal one. He almost did.
Upended Eugene Cooper by Johnny Faustin.
But I was talking about this defense and just the inconsistent nature of it. You know, they're up and down a little bit throughout the course of this season. But they've seen signs they're getting better. They're young.
Schultz being chased, fires towards the sideline at the 37. And Eugene Cooper. Sean Evans with the coverage. He's going to be about 5 or 6 yards shy of the first down, though it will be 4th down.
But to kind of finish that thought on this defense, they're going to have to play well if Northern Illinois expects to win a MAC championship. Last year they were the favorite heading into that MAC championship game and just didn't get it done. And this year it's going to fall in their defense because offensively they are as good as it gets.
Schmiedebusch with an end-over-end short pump, but it takes a good Bowling Green bounce to the 25-yard line. That punt, 38 yards and no return.
ESPN's College Football Primetime is presented by Russell Athletic, who remind you that together we are, and in part by Acura Advance.
11 minutes to play, 4th quarter. Northern Illinois leading Bowling Green 38-14. We have a new quarterback for NIU, Jordan Lynch. And we'll see if he takes this whole series here, Ray. At times we've seen him come in for a play or 2 from Harnish, but
yeah, I think Harnish is done for the night.
You know, the 38-14 lead, that may very well be the case. Lynch is a guy who can run as well. He's up near the 31-yard line. Dwayne Woods pushing him out along with Truss, a gain of 5. Here's Harnish. His numbers: 294 passing yards, 151 rushing yards.
Bringing up 6 on the play, 2nd down.
Pretty good evening.
Not bad at all. Well, with the numbers Chandler Harnish is putting up, him being a fifth-year senior as well, is that a guy we may see in the NFL?
Yeah.
Straight ahead.
I think he's going to get drafted. I really do, Mark. And I compare him to Dan Lefevre, who had a similar skill set and astounding numbers for Central Michigan, led them to a couple of Mid-American Conference championships, and was drafted by the Chicago Bears in the 6th round, but was let go, and then he was picked up by Cincinnati, where he was their number 3 quarterback for a year, and now, as far as I know, he's out of football, and I find that shocking, because I thought for sure Dan Lefevre was going to be successful playing in the NFL.
Jet sweep Tommy Lee Lewis.
But there's a couple things that worked against him that are, I think, are going to work against Chandler Harnish as well, and that's being a product of a spread offense. You do see some shotgun in the NFL, but usually on 3rd down, obvious passing situation. So you have to relearn the position when you take the snap from under center, and Chandler Harnish has not done very much of that. So he's going to have to relearn that whole thing. And then, you know, it's a different type of game, the NFL game, as far as the reads and those decisions that you have to make with the football. And it's just a matter of, can he progress and understand it and get it. I think he has the talent. I think he has the arm strength to get it done. And he certainly can run the football well enough to get it done. I mean, he throws a nice ball. He's generally on target with it, as you see. There's no question he has the ability to run. He's got the size at 6'2", 221. But this is a beautifully thrown ball right here. I think that he will definitely get an opportunity. I think he'll be drafted, and then we'll see how he does. Like I said, I was shocked that Lefevre didn't have success in the NFL, and I would be shocked if Chandler Harnish struggled as well.
Caught by Willie Clark. It looked a little awkward there on the sideline as it went through the defender. Gain of 9. Here's his all-time ranking at Northern Illinois. Thanks to the TD passes tonight, he had 2. So he's now tied with George Bork for the school all-time record and number 1 in all the big categories. And right now coaching from the sideline.
He's coaching up Jordan Lynch from the sidelines.
And Lynch going to get the throw, and he's going along the sideline. Nice pass and into the end zone. Touchdown, Willie Clark.
Just like Coach Harnish showed him how to do it.
First touchdown pass of the season for Lynch. 37-yard touchdown.
Yeah, Harnish told him pump fake and then throw it. And that's exactly what he did.
And gets a big high five from Chandler Harnish.
There's the pump fake, the little shoulder fake, and then the perfectly thrown ball down the field to a wide open Willie Clark.
So we basically saw Harnish tip the play from the sideline, right? Like, hey, here's what you're going to have to do. Sims point after. And it is 45-14. Well, Jordan Lynch with his first touchdown pass of the season. It goes to Willie Clark. And he gets some love from Chandler Harnish, who's happy to see his backup throw his first TD pass of the season. 8:13 to go. Yeah, the Huskies up big. Well, Northern Illinois has extended their school record with their 8th game, scoring 40 or more points this season. Now up 45-14, a little over 8 minutes to go. Big night for Harnish. By the way, Willie Clark, who had that touchdown catch moments ago, his second TD of the game. He has a career high 109 yards receiving. Ubu Gates from the 2. 20, 25, 30, breaks to the sideline. 40, 45 midfield.
Hey, boo-boo.
Throwing down at the 40, and a flag comes out. This may add to the run of Boo Boo Gates. That was a 58-yard return.
Yeah, they slung him down pretty hard out of bounds, maybe too hard.
Dead ball, personal foul, number 26 of the kicking team. Late hit, out of bounds, 15-yard, first down.
That's the kicker. Yeah, well, when a kicker gets his hands on you, look out, because those guys have a lot of pent-up aggression. At least from guys I know that have kicked the ball.
Kicker got caught for the personal foul.
Maybe I ought to explain that Mike Black is
our spotter and stage manager. Used to kick.
One heck of a kicker in his day.
Fred Hurley in there. Inside the 15. Let's check in with the studio once again. Here's Adnan Verk.
Mark, Sports Center right now. Board of Trustees at Penn State meeting tonight. They'll appoint a special committee, members of which are currently being identified to undertake a full and complete investigation of the circumstances surrounding Jerry Sandusky, former Penn State coach, and the allegations facing him. Sports Center right now on ESPN News. Back to Mark and Ray.
Adnan, thanks. Here's 7.5 minutes left. New quarterback in the game for Bowling Green, so Matt Schultz taking a seat with his team down 45-14, and Jamel Martin to the 15, slung down by Victor Jaquez.
Trent Hurley, the new quarterback in the game. His fourth game that he's appeared in thus far this season.
Redshirt freshman. Connellsville, Pennsylvania, went to Greensburg Central Catholic High School. Jamel Martin. Kyle Jenkins, among others, pushing him back. Loses a yard. Kyle Jenkins, redshirt senior, part of that veteran line for Northern Illinois. Veteran as far as level, not a whole lot of playing time prior to this year except for Sean Progard. Third down and 10, and the flag out.
False start, number 89, offense. 5-yard penalty, still third down.
False start on Tyler Beck. Hey, Thursday night, first place in the ACC Coastal Division is on the line as Logan Thomas and the Virginia Tech Hokies visit Tevin Washington and the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. College football primetime served by Applebee's on ESPN and ESPN3, and also streaming live on WatchESPN.com and the Watch ESPN app Thursday night. Penalty makes this a 3rd and 15 at the 19 of NIU. Broken up at the 15-yard line. Joplin, the intended receiver, but Johnny Faustin reached around. We'll break that one up. Faustin, who's been pretty active tonight there from that cornerback spot. Sees Schultz on the sideline. It looks like his night's finished.
This is a young football team, this Bowling Green football team. You know, we were talking to Coach Clausen, and he pointed out that 31 of the players on his 2-deep are either freshmen or sophomores. That leads the Mid-American Conference. So they feel like the future's bright here, but they're just a little bit away from it yet.
Trent Hurley to the end zone, incomplete. Like Jordan, the intended receiver.
Hurley's pass intended for number 80, Justice.
We go back over to NIU. So a timeout with 5:41 to play. Northern Illinois looking for win number 7 on the season. .541 remaining in this fourth quarter from Dwight Perry Stadium in Bowling Green, Ohio. 45-14 Northern Illinois. It was a 10-point game at the half. In fact, Bowling Green has not scored in the second half. Quarterback Lynch running. And I assume Northern Illinois will be very content to eat some clock. A loss of 2 on that play.
Yeah, I think Jordan Lynch had his moment in the sun on that last drive, threw the touchdown pass, and he's surprised if he threw it up in the air again, although there is enough time left where it'd be justifiable. But look at the second half and the way the Northern Illinois defense came around. Just 90 yards of offense, no points allowed in the second half by a Husky defense that is getting better, at least according to the coordinator Mike Alco.
Takes the handoff to Settle, and Lynch keeping it up near the 19-yard line.
I got to correct myself. Jay Neiman is the coordinator for Northern Illinois. Alco for Bowling Green. Coach Neiman was, I don't know if he was trying to convince us as much as himself, but he was fairly positive about his defensive football team, despite the fact they gave up 60 points last week to Toledo. He felt they're getting closer.
Yeah, tonight's game ends 3 consecutive road games for Northern Illinois. It began with a loss at Buffalo back on the 22nd of October, lost 31-30, and then last week had the 63-60 win up the road at Toledo. That's to the 25, about 4 yards shy of the first down. Tackled by Gabe Martin. So now they get a chance to go back home, play in DeKalb and at Ball State, then Eastern Michigan, and then perhaps, and if they do win those 2 games, they know for sure they'll be in the Marathon MAC championship game.
Yeah, they control their own destiny after knocking off Toledo last week. They own the tiebreaker over the Rockets.
Ryan Deere's punt with Gates back at his own 35-yard line. Fair catch called for by Gates, who backs up to his own 30 and lost the football. And Northern Illinois saying they have it.
So
yeah,
are
they
the
do.
fans.
It's like Deron Brown got down to McAvoy, perhaps. One of them had the recovery of that loose football. McAvoy was right there when Gates mishandled it. Yep, that was McAvoy who got it with Brown right on top of him.
It's just a classic muff by Gates.
And the first turnover of the game for either team. With just 3:06 remaining. Here's the jet sweep, running left and turning the corner to the 21-yard line. Tommy Lee Lewis. An update from the studio now. And once again, here's Adnan Verk.
Mark, Western Michigan and Toledo, riveting game. Toledo up by 14. Alex Carter to Jordan White breaking tackles. 10 catches, 178 yards. He's now the school's all-time leader in career receiving yards. Carter has 5 touchdowns. 4th time in his career he's done that. You can see this game on ESPNU.
Adnan, thank you. Here, just 2:42 to go. And a crazy game going on in Toledo at the Glass Bowl. Points are not hard to find at the Glass Bowl the last few weeks.
Apparently not.
Leighton Settle.
Number 2023, late settle the ball carrier.
Take a look at the MAC standings on the west side. Northern Illinois, a win tonight would make them 5-1 in conference, 7-3 overall. Toledo trying to keep pace as far as the conference record, but as Ray mentioned, with the Huskies win last week over the Rockets, Northern Illinois holds the tiebreaker.
Yeah, that might have been the de facto MAC West championship game last week between Northern Illinois and Toledo.
Under 2 minutes to go, a 3rd down and 1 at the 21 of Bowling Green. Spencer. Well, 4 of the top 7 teams playing on the ESPN networks this Saturday. Number 2 Oklahoma State against Texas Tech, noon on ABC. Western Kentucky and top-ranked LSU, 7 Eastern on ESPNU. 3rd-ranked Alabama and Mississippi State, 7:45 on ESPN. And then big one, 7th-ranked Oregon, 4th-ranked Stanford, 8 o'clock Eastern on ABC.
Northern Illinois is just going to take a knee. I doubt Bowling Green will use any of their timeouts.
So Northern Illinois with a convincing win here tonight. And again, as you just heard somebody said, we're going back home. We've got 2 home games, and they know if they win them both, they're headed to Detroit for the MAC championship.
That MAC East division is still a scramble. I don't quite know who's going to come out of that one just yet.
Big night again for Chandler Harnish. Threw for 294 with 2 touchdowns, ran for 151, and had 1 rushing touchdown. And a big second half for Northern Illinois on what was a 10-point game at the intermission. Harnish over 1,000 rushing yards this season and 60 career TD passes. Well, once again, our final score, Northern Illinois over Bowling Green, 45-14. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. For Ray Bentley and our entire production crew, I'm Mark Neely. All Huskies in the second half. They blow it open and win 45-14. Thanks so much for watching, and good night from Bowling Green, Ohio.